Tom, bittersweet. You're saying goodbye to us, but on the other side, you are moving on to your first professional contract. Tell us how you feel, mate.
Yeah, really good. Enjoyed last year here, but I think I'm ready to push on. It's a perfect opportunity for me. And yeah, just want to get started now.
Yeah. Obviously, you're one of the first ones for us who sort of come through the door when we started the IDA programme. So obviously, we're gutted to be losing you, but at the same time, I think it's something you've warranted. I think when you came through the door last year, you were really, really professional in how you wanted to get your journey on the right path. Yeah, so really excited for you. I think obviously you've moved into a Welsh Premier League, which is a really competitive level. You know, what do you expect from that?
Yeah, I think obviously the intensity will be a lot higher. Men's football, so physicality as well. But I think what I've done the last year's put me in good stead for this. I've definitely developed tactically, physically. And yeah, but I probably understand my position a lot more, understand my strengths, my weaknesses, and yeah, I'm confident I'll go and do well. I know it'll take me a little bit of time to adapt, but I think once I get through that first month, I'll be fine.
I think that's the main thing for you now, isn't it? Is trying to, you know, go and play men's football and understand probably the other side, the mental side of the game, rather than, you know, what you've sort of had here, where we've developed you probably more tactically and technically. I think for you now it's a case of going and finding yourself a little bit, and we've had this conversation already about you immersing yourself in a little bit of a different culture, a different area and a way of living, because you're going to be away from your family and your friends, you know. Is that something you had to sort of consider when you were moving? You know, is that something you had to think about quite deeply, because I know you're close to your family? Yeah,
definitely. It were a big factor for me, because obviously, I've always played for 𝗵𝗲𝗱𝗀𝗺, so it's been 10 minutes down the road. So it's a big change, but I think it's something that'll make me develop as a person as well. I have to pick up new things, learn how to do things for myself and whatever. But yeah, I've spoken to my family about it, and we're going to try and make it work best we can. And like you said to me, I've just got to go there and get out, look to meet people, and get used to the place I'm living.
And obviously you've done a year with us at IDA. What's the sort of tools, sort of fundamentals that you've took from us, which you think is going to progress you moving forward?
Obviously one of the main things was playing out from the back. I think that's something we've done loads on this year. Probably something I didn't do as much at 𝗵𝗲𝗱𝗀. So to really understand that in a lot more detail, I'd probably say that's been the main factor. Inverting, coming into midfield, when to overlap, when to underlap. They've probably been the main things for me that have allowed me to have a bigger effect on the game. And especially from my position now, fullback's a lot more involved in the game. So that's something I'll definitely take to Wales, and how can I impact the game, especially in possession from the back.
And like, sort of mentally, where do you see yourself from a kid coming from being released from a professional club to come in here? Not make no sort of lies about it, your ego would have been hurt slightly. You came to us probably as a little bit of a shy kid in his shell from what had happened to you, to now mentally, what sort of things have you learned moving forward, which, you know, when you do get knockbacks and sort of setbacks in your career, what do you think you've took from this year, 18 months shall we say, to moving forward now, what's going to take you to the next 4 or 5 years of your career?
Yeah, it's probably just rebuilt me a little bit. I'd probably say in school, confident kid. I've always backed myself, especially playing football. I probably did lose that the last year at 𝗵𝗲𝗱𝗀. So yeah, it's probably just give me a reset where I've sort of stripped everything back and just rebuilt again. I think on and off the pitch, obviously I've started doing my education, coaching. So I think from so many different aspects I've developed on and off the pitch. So definitely just a better person all round in this last year.
Would you say that's important as well then? So obviously you've come in and done the football, but the education, would you sort of say to any young footballer or student coming in wanting to do this programme that it's just as important to do that for not necessarily your football side, but the mental side, to have a little break from football to then know you're actually doing something as a backup?
Yeah, I think, like I said, from the mental side, because obviously, you know, it's like you have a game on Saturday, you play rubbish, you work home, you think about it, ruins your weekend a little bit. But with me, let's say I had a bad session, I'd come back home and think, I've got to crack on with some uni work, and then I'm coaching. So it'd give me other things to look forward to, and not everything was solely focused on football. Which when I was at Rotherham, it was just all about my football. If my football were going rubbish, do you know what I mean? I weren't happy, but yeah, it's definitely given me a lot more to think about, a lot more to look forward to. And yeah, when it's not been great all season, it's definitely given me a little bit of a get out. Yeah.
What do you feel like? Obviously, me knowing the Welsh Premier League, how do you feel about, some games you're going to be on television, you're going to be playing against, my team. Shout out TNS, the Welsh champions. How do you sort of feel? Because that's a completely different environment from watching games on a VO to then going and playing on Welsh TV. How do you feel about that? Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Like, obviously, when I was at Rotherham, I had a few games, reserve games, got to Youth Alliance Cup final, FA Youth Cup games, whatever, where you feel that little bit more pressure, but I've always felt I've done fine with it. It's something I'll look forward to. I've grew up watching games, Sheffield United fan, going to games every week, thinking I want to be on this pitch, I want to play in front of these crowds. So, to start off with, there'll be some nerves there, but it's something I definitely. Yeah. I've always wanted to be in that position, so to now be in it, it's something I'll definitely make the most of.
And what would you say to someone, for example, we've got overseas students, as you know, coming and looking at education or coming and exploring IDA, or even people who are in your position sort of now or in the future who've come out of professional clubs or are looking to be in a professional environment, what would your sort of message be to them if they were looking at joining IDA?
I think it's definitely something you should consider. I think from my position coming out of academy football, it's you're getting the same schedule of getting up, training, going to the gym, being in that full-time environment. I think it's key. It gives you a lot of structure, and gives you that drive to keep on going. I think if I was maybe training once a week, twice a week, playing non-league football, maybe I wouldn't have been as professional and as driven with it, but yeah, I think it's something anyone should definitely do. I think the facilities here are great, coaches are great, especially also you having experience playing as well. And like I was saying earlier, there's also other opportunities doing other things away from football. So I think from so many different angles, it's definitely something any young player should do.
Brilliant. Well, listen, mate, we'll wish you all the luck in the world.
Cheers.
Hope to see you soon, pal.
Yeah,
Top man.
Fingers crossed.